guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. In today's video, I will be doing my January sinking fund closeout, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with the video. Okay, so I'm also going to be doing a small bill switch, and I'm going to try to do this as fast as I can because I have some stuff that I need to get done. So let's go ahead and start with splurge. Splurge, I started the month with $100, and let's see how much we have now. So I have 100, 20, 30, 45, 55, 65, 67, 68, 69, and 70. So I have 170 as my ending balance, and that is a positive 770 change. So let me switch 20, 30, 40, 45, 50 for a $50 bill. I'm sorry, I had to let my dog out because he wanted to go outside. And then I'm going to search 5, 10, 15, 17, 18, 19, and 20 for a 20. Okay, so we still have one. Let me actually grab this one. We still have 170. Alright, for music, we started with 19, and I believe we have 19. So we have 10, 15, 17, 18, and 19. So there is no difference. And I'll just switch these two ones for a 2. So we have 19. For hobbies, we started with 52. We started with 42, and I have 20, 40, 51, and 2. So that is a difference of positive 10. And I'm not going to switch anything. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. And then for books, I started with $12, and I have 11 as my ending balance. So that is negative 1. For knees, I started with $5, and I'm ending it with 5, 7, 8, and 9. $11 and 9, and that is positive 4, and this is negative 1. And then I'll switch these two ones for a 2, so we have 9 still. For planner, I started with nothing, and I have 5, 7, 9, and 10 as my ending balance. So that's positive 10. And then I'm going to switch all of this for a $10 bill. For Black Friday, we started with 55, and I have 50, 62, 64, and 65 as my ending balance. So that is positive 10. Okay, so I will switch to 4 and 5 for a 5. And we still have 50, 60, and 5 for Black Friday. For phone, I started with 55. And I have 50, 62, 64, and 65 as my ending balance. So 65, that's positive 10. And then I'll switch to 4 and 5 for a 5. So that's still 65. For home, I started with $10, and I have 10, 15, 17, 19, and 20. So 20, that is positive 10. And I'm going to switch 10, 15, 17, 19, and 20 for a $20 bill. Moving on to the next binder. For adventures, I started with 50, and I now have 50, 65, and 70. 70, so that's positive 20. And I'm going to switch 10 and these two 5s for a 20. So that's still 70. For electronics, I started with 30, and I have 20, 45, and 50. So we have 50, and that is positive 20 as well. Okay, so I'm going to switch 20, 45, and 50 for a 50. For days off, we started with $300, and I did a rollover cash stuffing money, so I ended up transferring this to different categories, and we have nothing there now. So I mean, technically it is negative 300, but I actually rolled that over to different sinking funds. For vitamins, we started with 17, and I now have 2 and 4. So my ending balance is $4, and that is 17 minus 4, that is 13, negative 13. For clothing, I started with 75, I have 50, 70, 90, and 5. So 95, that is, I think, let's see, 75, that's positive 20. Okay, so I can't switch anything here, so I'm just going to put it back. For gifts, I started with 15, and I have 20, 35 as my ending balance. So that is, let's see, 35 minus 15, that's positive 20. Okay, and there's nothing I can switch here either. For miscellaneous, I started with 100, and I have 50, 70, 90, 100. So there's no difference there. And let me switch these to 20s and a 10 for a 50. So we have 100 still. For car maintenance, I started with 245, and I have 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 5, 10, 15, 17, and 19. So we are ending it with 319. And let's see, 319 minus 245, that's positive 74, which is awesome considering that I did dip into that to get my car fixed. So we will switch 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 for a $100 bill, and then 5, 10 for a 10. And then we'll just keep this the way it is because I can't do anything. So this should still be 319, 1, 2, 3, 10, 15, 17, and 19. Okay, moving on to my last sinking fund binder, and then I will do my dog sinking fund. So for my last sinking fund binder for health, I started with 270, and I have 100, 200, 250, 255, 257, 259, and 260. So 260, that is negative 10. And I am going to switch 5, 7, 9, and 10 for a $10 bill. So this is still 100, 200, 250, and 260. For savings challenge, I started with nothing, and right now I have 45 in my box savings challenge. So that is positive 45. So for house repairs, I started with 275, and I have 100, 200, 300, 10, 20, and 5. So I have $325. So that is 325 minus 275, that is positive 50. Okay, so positive 50. And I am going to switch these two 10s and a 5 for a, oh, should have kept that 5. Those two 10s and this 5, wait, what am I saying? Okay, I just needed to switch those two 10s for a 20. So I have 100, 200, 300, 20, and 5 still. So for vacation, I started with 1,220, and I now have 1,020. So 1,020, that is negative 200. And I'll switch those two 10s for a 20, and we still have 1,020. For a new car, I started with 1,930, and I now have 1,500, 6, 7, 8, 9, 950, 970, 990, 2,000, 2005. So we have 2005 as our ending balance. Minus 1930, that's the positive 75. So positive 75. And I'm going to switch 50, 70, 90, 100 for a $100 bill. So this should still be 2005. 1,500, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2,000 and then $5. So that's 2005. Next we have emergency, and emergency we started with 1,100 and I now have 1,100, 150, 160, 165. Okay, so I have 1,165, so that is positive 65. Right, so I can't do anything here, so I'm just going to put it back. For savings, I started with 2,070 and I always struggle with counting this one, so let's see if I can do it. 1,000, 2,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800, 850, 870, 890, 2,910, 2,920, 2,925. So we have 2,925. So 2,925 minus 2,770, that is positive 155. Okay, so I'm going to switch 20, 40, 60, let's see, 50, 70, 90, 100. So this is all 100 for a $100 bill. And this should still be 2,925. 1,200, 1,000, 2,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800, 920, and 5. So 2,925. Alright, so now we are done with my sinking funds. Let me go ahead and start with my dog sinking funds. So for his pet supplies, we started with $21 and I now have 10, 12, 14, and 15. So let me switch those two, and 1 for a 5. And let me write down 15. So 21 minus 15, that's 6. Negative 6. If I make any mistakes, please let me know, because not only am I rushing, but I'm not the best at math, so just please let me know. Okay, for dog food, we started with $68 and I now have 50, 72, 74, 76, 77, 78. So I have 78 and that's positive 10. And I'm going to switch to 4 and 5 for a $5 bill. And this should still be 78, 50, 75, 77, and 78. Okay, for his vet, I started with 870 and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800, 900, 950, 970, 990, 995, 1,000. So I have 1,000 as my ending balance, and that is 1,000 minus 870, that is positive 130. Okay, so I'm definitely switching 50, 70, 90, 95, 100 for a $100 bill. And I was going to switch all of this for a 1K slip, but I haven't made it yet. So until I make that, I'm just gonna keep these hundreds. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900, 1,000. Alright, and lastly for his birthday, I started with 76 and I have 50, 75, 77, 78, 79, and 80 as my ending balance. So that is positive 4. And I think I'm just gonna keep this the way it is because I need to change anyways. So now I'm going to go ahead and add everything up and we're going to see what the difference is and the total I'm ending the month of January with. Okay, so let me start with this page.
170, 19, 52, 11, 9, 10, 65, 65, 20, 70, 50, 4, 95, 35, 100, 319, 260, 45, 325, 1020, 2005, 1165, 2925, 15, 78, $1,000, and 80.
So we are ending the month with 2,000, sorry, not 2,000, sorry, $10,012. That is awesome. So $10,012, that is a difference of 9,730, positive 282. So that is amazing. I am so happy about this, and I now have $10,000 in total for all of my sinking funds, which is pretty crazy to think, but I'm very happy, and this just keeps me more motivated. I'm glad I'm starting the year well, and I'm glad that I'm starting to do my sinking fund closeout the beginning of the year. Compared to last year, I started the middle of the year, and I wasn't able to see it at the end of last year what I started with and ended the year with. So I'm just glad that I'm starting fresh, and this is definitely keeping me motivated. So now really quickly, I'm going to see what I started my variable expenses with. It's just for fun to see how much I started the month with for my variable expenses, although this shouldn't really count because this is money that mostly goes out than comes in. So for allowance, we started with $10, and I still have the 30 that I stuffed my envelopes with. I stuffed this 2 days ago, so I have 10, 25, and 30, and I'm very thankful that I have not spent a single dime, because usually that would be the first go when I stuff my envelopes, but we still have the 30 from 2 days ago, so that is positive 20. And then for gas, we started with 50 at the beginning of the month, so we have 20, 30, 45, 55, 57, and 58 for gas, so that's positive 8. And then for eating out, we started with $30, and I have 10, 20, 35, 37, 38. I also have not used this since I stuffed my envelopes, and along with allowance, this is the first one I dip into as well. Like as soon as I stuff it, I use it. For toiletries, we started with 36. We started with 36, and I have 20, 35, 42, 43. So 43 minus 36, that's positive 7. Alright, so lastly for snacks, I started with nothing, and I have 10, 15, 20, 22, and 24. So that is positive 24. 24, positive 24. Alright, so let's see what the difference is. 193, and that is positive 67. So that's awesome. So that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for commenting, liking, and subscribing. If you like what I post, please comment, like, and subscribe. Happy February 1st. I hope this month is great to you guys, and I hope you guys keep saving and reaching your goals. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next one.